right. Hi, everyone. So my name's Hailey Wilson. I'm president of Impact. And joining me today is Cindy Fossouo. She is the CEO and founder of Information Systems Builder. And so we're going to be talking today about navigating ambiguity. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the world is a little strange to be these days. So Cindy and I have been navigating all of this, especially as we're right here at the cusp of a new era with artificial intelligence and AI. So, we're going to be talking a little bit about how do we navigate all of this. And so, before I get into that, I do kind of want Cindy to tell us a little bit about her journey and how she's getting involved in AI, and then we can kind of get going on our conversation. Sound good? Over to you,
Yes.
Cindy.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Cindy Fossouo, and I'm the CEO of Information Systems Builder. We help tech startups with their branding and marketing through software. Here, especially, I'm in San Francisco, right, the Silicon Valley, and a lot of these tech founders, right, they build a product and they think customers are going to come to me, right? I have a great product and I don't need marketing. I have a great product and they're going to identify. And that's further from the truth, right? You need to work on your branding, your marketing. You need to make sure that the message that you're giving to your customers are aligned with your product, right? You can have a great product, but if you don't have a great messaging, it is not going to translate to the customers, right? They're not going to know what it is. And a lot of founders, especially in San Francisco, the Silicon Valley, they think, well, I call them the tech geniuses, right? It's like they build this amazing product, right? And then they say, well, I can do the marketing by myself, or, I can translate it. But sometimes you talk to them and you say, okay, what do you do? And they say what they do. And it's so overwhelming. Like, okay, you need to tell me, go, slow down. What do you do? Who is it going to impact? And they're like, well, everyone is going to identify with us. And it's like, no, you need to know who's your
Mhm.
target audience. How can you message them, right? How can they identify with this problem, and what is the problem that you're solving, right? These little things, it seems easy and it seems like, well, they should know it, but they sometimes they don't, right? They know the problem, but they don't know what exactly they're solving. What exactly are you solving? Are you solving this point? Oh, like, you need to know exactly, and that's where we help them. And in AI is a thing right now, right? And our software is AI based, right? It will you put a problem, like, let's say you're a tech founder and you have a problem with your messaging, right? You go to a software and it's in the App Store and Google, and you just say, okay, I need help with who's my target audience, right? This is my company, this is what we do, this is where we live, and it will just give it to you, right? And AI is just an amazing thing right now, right? Because it's making it's like Google but easier, right? You don't have to, go to a bunch of places to just figure out one thing, or, spend hours at a time finding a specific solution. It'll give it to you right there. So I'm a little experienced in the AI industry. How about you, Hailey?
Well, I've got into the AI industry. I think you have a little bit more time than I have at least 2 years. You're long in the tooth when it comes to that AI. I joined, got into it last year, so I made the leap from corporate America. November of last year, I had always had this goal, like, okay, I'm going to be vice president in communications by the time I hit 40. Well, I hit that goal by the time I hit 36, and I look around, this is not really the satisfaction that I was hoping I would get. And I knew there was more in the world for me, and I had more to offer the world. And entrepreneurship just seemed to be the thing that scared me the most. So I did that, and I packed up my home, my dog, and everything, 4,000 books in San Diego, and I moved to closer to my family here in North Carolina. And I started my own business called Hailey Wilson Communications and consult with different businesses, big companies to small companies, on everything from, hey, I need some great social media posts that are going to engage, to I have a little scandal that we're having to deal with and I need help messaging it and how to actually let people be aware of
Mhm.
this not so great thing that we have to tell people. And then right in the middle of all of that came ChatGPT and AI. And I really saw the potential in that. I mean, I mean, I don't know if anyone can claim to say they see the full potential of all this because it's still getting figured out, but I knew this was going to change my world, my work forever. And I saw people being scared about it, Cindy. I tell you, there's a lot of people just, oh my gosh, AI is going to end the world. Then there's a lot of people saying it's going to save the world. Well, I think it's a value neutral, right? It's like an
Yeah.
aspirin. You
Yeah.
can do that aspirin for good to cut a fever, or you could do it and maybe not do so, take it and not have a good
And
result.
again, I think people fear AI because they think it's going to take away the jobs. And I don't think AI is going to take away the jobs, right? It's going to make it easier. I think it's not good for Google, right? Because ever since I've discovered ChatGPT or different AI, I think there's an AI where you could make. I mean, there's just so many. I was talking to a founder, and he has an AI company that builds a house for you, like just like the like you have an idea about your dream house, and then it kind of like draws your own. I mean, AI is beautiful, right? And I don't think it's going to change the jobs, because I mean, you need engineers. You need full-time people in the field to build a house. So I think it will be just something that it'll definitely take away some jobs, but not a lot, right? And it's just something that is just easier for you, right? If you have a question,
It's
and yeah, you go.
keep going. Sorry, my computer went.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
If you have a question for Google, right? If I go on Google, I'm like, okay, so what is AI? It's going to give me 10,000 results of different sites and different things about AI. And if you go on, on ChatGPT or another AI platform, it's kind of like it'll give it to you right then. Like this is it's easier, but I don't think it'll take away jobs.
well, I think I don't know if anyone could say what's going to happen, but if you look at it, anytime that we've had a big technological advancement, whether it's been the Gutenberg press or the gin that can come in and actually replace the 10 weavers, right? Can come in and thread all of that. It's every time we've had a major advancement like that, you've always had job creation, wealth creation, and an increase in quality of life. Are there going to be jobs lost? Maybe. And maybe they're jobs that should have been because they're tedious.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a harsh thing to hear if you're one of those people that's worried about losing your job. But this is the reality. You could be the guy that wants to drive the cart and buggy and get very upset about this new automobile coming on the scene and think, oh, that's messy and it's dangerous and that's going to be horrible. Who wants to drive that thing? You can be that guy. There is nothing stopping you.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to be, is the question. And I look at that and I think about all the poor horses and the experience of that job and being a horse or horse buggy rider person. That was not a fun job. It
Oh.
was better to be a chauffeur or to have your own car. I mean, it's not so great maybe for the individual person that has to deal with that change, but that's where our community, that's why I created Impact, because I want to create a space to help ease the transition, because guys, this is coming. And
Mm-hmm.
whether it's going to destroy jobs or make jobs or whatever, it will change.
Yeah.
It will change. So we get to decide how we want. That's the true secret of navigating ambiguity is your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be able to determine how smooth of seas you have, but you can determine how smooth the seas are up in between your ears, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can have as smooth a boat as you want. So I think that's the key for me, is just trying to have this positive mindset. How about you? I mean, how do you manage all of this change and the worries about it?
I think I embrace change. I think us as humans, we hate change. I think it would be with. I mean, I remember when Uber first started, everybody was like, "That's not going to work. What type of business plan is that?" And see how Uber it's big right now. So I think everybody is scared of change, and they not. I wouldn't even say scared. I would say they are is it going to work? How is it going to impact us? So I think that's the type of scare that they are. But I think AI is here to stay. And I think everybody's seeing how I will say, and I would admit, when AI first started, I was like, what is this? No. And when I discovered ChatGPT and others, I was like, wow, this is genius. This is so
Yeah.
again, I think that's how humans are. That's how we are. We want to be proven wrong, and we always have our doubts of how is it going to impact the world? Is this even necessary? Until you find out, oh, this is necessary. This is what we need. So yeah.
Well, it'll be an interesting choice that we have. And every entrepreneur and every business leader is going to have this choice when AI comes on board.
Mhm.
It's going to give back so much productivity and time that you're going to get to a point eventually, probably not this year or the next 10 years, but eventually we'll have ultimate productivity, meaning you can't get any more productivity out of that system than you have, right? AI is going to be the closest way that we're going to get to that. So,
Mhm.
say you're a business leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're a corporate leader, and you have ultimate productivity. Do you decide to ramp up your operations and you hire more people? Or do you say, well, now I have this employee and I was getting 6 hours of work out of them, but now with this new tool, I'm only getting 4 hours of work, but I'm getting the same amount of input or output? Do
I
you
think
try to fill that in? Go ahead.
I think for me, as I have some employees, and I'm sure you do too, Hailey. And I think, you want. I don't mind some of my employees using an AI to help them with work. Right? It's just making it easier for everyone. I really don't think I would, cut hours because I have an AI that will facilitate it. I think that's what we think will happen. But I think AI will just be a tool where people will use to make it easier for them in their job. But I don't think it would replace. Does that make sense? That it would replace the person or replace the hours? Because I really do think you like, for example, you need an engineer, you need a marketing person, you need them in your team, right? And them full time. Now, if you're talking about, some careers that you don't really need them full time, and to save money, some companies might, opt out for AI instead of the person. Maybe it'll work. I'm still a little skeptical about that, but I'm open-minded to seeing how the future will work. And I work with a lot of founders, and I'm seeing the things that they're building AI based, and I am amazed by it. So you never know. You never know.
We never know. I'm excited about it, and I'll say this because I know I'm very aware that people have a limited amount of time, and as a communications professional, even if they're your employees, I would always used to say you're not entitled to anyone's attention, especially these days, right?
Yeah.
So, in light of that, I just want to share about impact and really encourage our listeners, anyone here, go check us out. You'll see the link here, but it's www.aimpactevent.com. And essentially, what Impact is, it's a 3-day virtual event. It's an online community. Cindy's going to be one of our speakers. She's
Yeah.
phenomenal. We have a roughly 2 dozen speakers. So it's 3 days, November 7th, 8th, and 9th. Each day has a theme. The first day focuses on the here and now, the practical applications of AI, what you can do for your profession and your career. The second day, we're going to drag out all the elephants. And we're going to talk about all the things that make us pause when it comes to AI, like regulations and copyright issues and all that not so fun stuff, but we need to talk about it. And then the third day, we're going to look at the future of the industry, the future of this technology, future of you as an attendee, as a leader, as an individual contributor and a creator. So I really, really encourage, and here's the best part about it, guys, is that it's all virtual. So you don't have to put on any shoes. You can keep on those nice little socks I know you like to wear, boo, right? And no travel. And so the price for 3 days from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time is $239 for the early bird regular price ticket. And for that, you get all of the content. It will be recorded. It will be available on a fully immersive platform where you can create your own meetings. I am not talking about another long, endless stream of Zoom calls. This is not that. This is a very immersive experience. This is where you can come in and learn about AI, talk to AI developers, experience those tools, ask your questions, anything, whether you're a beginner or you're an expert like Cindy, you will get something out of Impact. So I've said my piece. Cindy, this has just been so great. I don't know if you had any other parting words that you wanted to share. I'm sure you do.
Yes, I want to encourage everyone to come, right? If you are new to I think this would be great. And Hailey is the president of Impact, and I am very privileged to know her because she's so brilliant and she has these amazing ideas. And I can't wait for you guys to see what she put together for you guys. And I think it's worth it, because if you're new to AI and you want to know more about it, there's amazing professionals that know about it, right? And they're here to educate you, come learn more. And if you know about AI, and it's good for networking, right? I always say your network is your net worth, and it's very important. So come on, there is a lot of people you want to meet, right? And and you want to meet someone like Hailey too, so it's going to be amazing, and it's totally worth it. And it's better virtual, because you can just be in your home, be in your office, and still listen to people talking. If you have any questions, you can ask some questions. So it's great. Sometimes virtual is great, and also you can talk to the speakers if you have any questions, and we'll try as much as we can to answer all of your questions and to make sure that we're attentive to you. So yeah, I am excited to see everybody at the Impact conference, and I am very glad that Hailey is doing this.
Hey, I'm excited. And for those that are introverts, it's okay, boo. We've been thinking about you too. We've got AI matchmaking tool in there to help you kind of break the ice for you, so you don't have to do that whole, it's like, I know it feels like dating sometimes, right? When you're trying to network. So
Yeah.
we're here to help that. So come check us out. We'd love to see y'all in November. Thanks, Cindy, and this is really fun. Let's do this again.
Yes. Okay. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you.